Hello, welcome to my channel. This is a new video again. If you're new here, by the way, my name is Monique. Welcome. This is my third video for the end of the year series. And in this video, I'm going to talk about my 2026 coloring goals. And as you can see, it's a little bit different because you can't see my hands. And that's because I don't really have that much that I can show you in this video. And I was like, just watching a couple of talking hands, that's kind of boring. So I decided to do a slideshow of all of my coloring pages that I've colored, well, since the beginning of my coloring journey, and maybe also show you some original artwork that I've made. So you actually have something to look at that's, well, I hope a little bit better than my hands. So yeah, it's a little bit different. Let me know, by the way, if you like this or if you would rather watch my hands. I would like to know. Um, so 2026 coloring goals. I have 5 coloring goals for you guys. I probably will have more in that I will find out in 2026 that, things I want to do. But for now, this is what I came up with. And the first goal that I really, really want to tackle basically in 2026 is finishing at least one page in all of my uncolored coloring books. My list of uncolored coloring books must be 0 by the end of 2026. Right now, my list of uncolored books contains 27 books. Another thing that is really going to help is not buying so much books. I'm not going to have no buy. I'm going to have a responsible buy. I don't need or even want every book that is going to be released next year. That's going to be my mantra. Because if I don't have that mantra, things will get out of control, I think. Because there are a lot of books that are being released that are cute or beautiful or gorgeous or, well, whatever, funny. It's also something that I'm really sensitive for, books with humor in it. But I'm not gonna do that. I do have the new Hannah Carlson, on pre-order because I already know that I'm gonna love that book and I really want that book because that means that I have her Tales of series almost complete. The only book that I don't have in that series is the Masquerade one, but I'm not gonna buy that one because I don't really like that book. The theme of it, it's just not my. I know, yeah, it's about parties and that kind of stuff, masquerade balls, and yeah, I don't find that very attractive, to be honest. Um, so yeah, my mantra is going to be I don't need or even want every book that is going to be released this year, next year, whatever a year. Number 2, that's project books. And that's because it's time that I actually start filling up my coloring books with finished pages. I have 110 books in my collection as we speak. And most of them have only 1 or 2 pages colored in them. And that is a shame. I want to change that. I want to fill them up. So my plan is to pick 2 project books, and 1 project book will be a book that is gonna stay a project book until it is finished. And I got inspired to do this by Amanda from Amandje 88, 88 in English. I will put a link to her channel down in the description box so you can check her out. Anyways, she has done this a few times and she finished those books because of that. So I'm gonna try this to see if this works for me. Let's hope so. So that's one of the project books that I'm gonna have, and that's like a pretty important pick, I think, because I have to work in that book until it's done. So I really have to think about this one, and that's also the reason why I haven't picked a book yet. Um, the second project book is going to be a project book I'm going to work in for 6 months, and then I will pick another book. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to fill up my books, especially books that I really love, but I bought so many new books in the past, I didn't have time to color in them um, a lot more than I actually did. So hopefully this will change that. Again, I haven't really decided which books are going to be my project books, but Hannah Carlson, Rita Berman, Maria Trolle are high on my list, and I will probably make a video about it in January, and I will reveal which books I've picked, or you know, we're just gonna have a chat about it. Let's leave it at that. So before we go to number 3, I would really appreciate it if you could take time and hit that like button, maybe even subscribe. It doesn't cost much and it will help this channel greatly. Thank you, and let's move on to number 3. So, number 3, finishing whips. I think that a lot of colorists have this goal. I'm definitely no, I'm not going to be the only one with this one. But yeah, it irritates me that I have whips in my coloring books, and in some cases, they have been a whip for a very long time. At the moment, I have 24 whips. So if I finish 2 whips each month, I should be whip free by the end of the year. That sounds doable, but I can't promise anything. The whips that I have at this moment, I'm going to show you in another video, or else this will become too long of a video. You know, I have to show you 24 whips. So that deserves a whip on its own, a whip on its own, a video on its own. Um, yeah. So yeah, that's my third goal, finishing my whips, and really don't have that much to say about it. Then, number 4, making more original artworks. So I love coloring, but I also love drawing and painting myself. And at the moment, I don't do that enough. In fact, because I want to finish a certain amount of coloring pages each month, I don't have time to draw and paint anymore. So that means that next year, some months will have less coloring pages because I worked on a piece of my own, and well, that takes time. And maybe, you know, I will share those works with you guys if you are interested in that. Let me know in the comment section if that is something you would like to see. But that's what I'm gonna do next year. I really want to work more on my own artworks, you know. I actually still have works that I haven't finished yet that I really, you know, want to finish, should finish, because you know what I already have done actually looks pretty good. So, you know, I really should finish those works. And then number 5, learning how to use gouache. So I have a lot of art supplies and I like to get the most out of them. And the best way to do that is by really learning how to use a certain art supply correctly. And well, that takes time. So this year, 2025, I really focused on alcohol markers. And they are difficult to master, I think. There's a pretty steep learning curve there. Um, so that will be something I keep studying, but I also really want to learn how to work with gouache. I have a couple of beautiful gouache sets. I have a metallic Hemi set that I don't use nearly enough, and I have to be honest. Even if I do learn to work with gouache, I don't think that I'm gonna use that set that much. But I also have like regular colors by Winsor & Newton and by Caran d'Ache. And I don't really use them at the moment because I don't really know how to use them. So I really want to learn that. And I also really want to learn it because I really like the look of it, in children books, for instance. And I think that in certain coloring books, this would really suit the image, like Eerie with Romantic Country. I think if you really build up with layers, those pages would look gorgeous. And also for my own work, I think that gouache holds lots of potential. So I will start probably with a work of my own before using it in my coloring books, just for safety. I don't really want to ruin my coloring books. So first I'm gonna practice on, just a blank sheet of paper. And once I have a little bit more confidence in the use of gouache, then I will start using them in my books. So yeah, these are like my 5 goals that I have for next year. And like I said, I will probably have some more goals, like if we go through 2026. But for now, I think this is like a very good start. And especially the project book goal, that's going to be exciting because usually I'm not the type for that kind of yeah, I'm not the type to do something like that, because working in the same coloring book each month, I'm worried that it will bore me. So, like I said, we will see if it works. And yeah, we will see next year. So yeah, do you have any goals for next year? You probably have. If you do and you would like to share them, you can share them down in the comment section. I would really like to know what your goals are. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.